Hi, everybody. It's me, Aggie.
Hi, it's Shelly. So excited to be here on Sunday evening talking about one of our members who is amazing. We have so many amazing members, but it's fun to bring them on and talk to them and hear what's
Yeah,
going
we're
on
going
in
to
their
do an
world.
interview with one of the members. I'm not sure how long she's been in. I think she's been in for quite a while.
I'll
Her
have to
name is
ask her. That's a
Laurie
great
Harting.
question.
Well, that'll be one of the questions we can ask her. I hope she doesn't feel like we're ganging up on her.
She'll be like, I don't remember. I don't know.
But if you don't know what we're talking about, friends, we're talking about the Painter's Journey. That is our online membership. It's something that I started 5 years ago. Time's flying. I must be having fun. I am having fun. For sure. I love it.
Yes.
I've been a lifelong artist, but there's something about glass and resin. Right, Shelly? I think it sucked Shelly in, right?
No, I was hooked from the first day, and it's so fun to hear even some of our newer members talk about, I'm so hooked on this. I went shopping at Michael's today. I got some more things. I can't wait to create with it. It's just, I don't know what it is about cutting glass and placing glass, but it's it's just magical to get the pieces in there and get them to all fit the way you want them, and then to, you know, we call it Christmas morning in the group, to come in and see the resin pieces. I'll see if I can get mine without rolling over a dog back behind me. This was this week's Christmas morning.
Oh, it is gorgeous, Shelly. Oh my goodness.
Look at
Look
the
at the
dimension of
dimension.
it.
Yeah.
How far it stands up. Something scared me in my window. One of my chickens is right outside the window right here. It's like,
Funny. Well, yeah, we're going to do a reveal on our latest class that we just finished filming, Santa's Visit. And that particular piece is an enhancement that is part of the class, but it's also a standalone piece. And that one's called The Gift. And
really
we're going to be talking about that. When is that one again? Tuesday night? Yeah, Tuesday at 5. If you want to join us to hear more about Santa's Visit, we are offering that class now on the website, thepaintersjourney.com. We could probably share that link, right?
Yeah. So that class is available at the website. Right now it's $57. It will be going up to $77. It's an amazing class with lots of amazing color mixing and how to do a face. And, and as artists, I don't, it doesn't matter how long you've painted. When you sit down to paint a face, it can be a little bit intimidating. So it's a great class.
So there we are. I just shared it. So yeah, we are broadcasting on our channel here, The Painter's Journey. If you're new here, welcome. Give us a shout, say hello. We are so glad to have you here. We would love to have you hit that bell and get notifications. We go live every Tuesday night. We offer free classes so that you can get a feel for our instruction and our membership. And we have been doing all kinds of fun stuff. Yes, watercolor, wintry watercolor little animals. And we offer free tracers that you can take and use and paint them in acrylics or do whatever you like with them. We've got more coming up. I did a drawing class where I showed you how to draw the owl and, a nice Christmassy owl. And I also drew him on a canvas, on a panel. And who knows, I might even add glass and resin to him, right?
He'd be cute with glass.
So if you look, I don't know, if you look around, you should be able to see the upcoming freebie classes. But anyway, we go live Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock Central. We're both in the Central time zone, Shelly and I.
Thank goodness.
We would love to have you.
Yeah, we have fun. We just relax and paint and have a good time. So
yeah,
we talk about all kinds of things. Who knows what might come up? And
yeah, it's a chance to just kind of kick back and chill out. This is another recent class, Fall Forest. So we are slowly starting to list all of our classes as individual courses. maybe not all of them, but a few of them, several of them on the website. So go check it out if you haven't looked, because not everybody wants to necessarily join a membership, but ours is a fantastic deal. And we're going to tell you all about that after we interview Laurie. So hang out, and you'll hear more about that. And we also want to talk about this really fabulous workshop, our Red Barn Journey Box, which includes a wood cutout kit. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about that later on. Hang out with us. So meanwhile, I just want to introduce you to one of my favorite members. Her name is Laurie Harting, Harting, Harting. And she's out. She just moved to San Diego, California. And I want to be out there.
Me too.
So let me figure out how I can bring her on now.
Bring Laurie.
This is Laurie. Hey, Laurie.
Hey, you guys can come anytime. We'll have a retreat in my backyard or something. You know?
Oh my goodness.
Be careful. Be careful. It might happen.
Yeah, we're both going to show up.
It'd be fun.
Shelly, I'm on my way to pick you up, and then we'll fly over there.
That's right.
I'm on the way.
So Laurie, we love having you in the membership. Do you know how long you've been in? I didn't look.
I know when you were mentioning that, it's been, I think, over 2 years, right? So I think I'm going on to my 3rd year.
Awesome. Wow, fantastic.
Yeah, so very exciting. And I'm just thrilled. Thank you for inviting me to be
course.
I really appreciate the time. But, you know, it's easy for me to talk about the membership and all the values, because I've seen you grow from 3 years ago to where you are today. It's amazing, amazing. Not that you needed to improve, because it was fun when I first joined, but now, Shelly, with your added lessons and to bring the kits that you have available to just make them the projects even stand out more is
Thank you.
Wonderful. Yeah, so thrilling to be a part of the membership.
So what do you think? I'm sorry. I was just going to ask, what you think maybe is the number one thing. What's the best thing you get out of taking any class? I think that we've talked before, Aggie and I have talked before about, there seems to be kind of almost a stigma about artists saying, oh, I took this class and I learned all of this stuff. So I'd love to hear what you think about what you get.
So I joined 3 years ago because I really wanted to learn how to paint. I retired, and so with the extra time, I knew I needed to have a hobby of some sort to keep me busy.
Sure.
And painting was always something I wanted to learn. So that's why I joined Aggie's group then. And of course, looking at some of the amazing glass and resin, that how it can enhance your paintings, was so different that it really piqued my curiosity. And it was actually around Christmas time. So I am coming up on my 3rd year, because I remember the bountiful bouquet with the flowers, the roses, everything. That was it. And that was the piece that really made me join, because it was so beautiful. And I just understand how she did that. So the membership really brought the lessons, because she spends time on the actual painting and teaching, not just how to put your pattern onto a board, but really looking at how do you mix your colors.
Right.
And then the piece I'm still working on today is the value of the color, because I tend to keep everything bright, My colors are too bright and you have to go back and dull everything down. So learning the values with the tones, with the color mixing. Where else do you get that other than going to a professional, art school? And this is a professional art school.
Yes,
but
I love that. Yeah.
So that was the main thing. And then learning about the, glass and resin on top of that. And both of you give us so many tips on how do you nip the glass, without killing yourself. I mean, I have cuts all over my hands. I still don't listen all the time, but I'm getting better about it.
Yeah.
So how do you nip the glass? How do you place it correctly? How do you get the right curve so it's not too much, but it gives that dimension? You don't see that anywhere else. And when I show my pieces to people, they are just in awe because it's,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know, a lot of people can do acrylic painting and they do a beautiful job.
Mhm.
But how do you make your art stand out from everybody else? I think by adding this glass and resin. And now with Shelly, what you're doing on top of that, so now you have the wood pieces that bring in the dimension, the glass on top of that, and the resin.
Mhm.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So the membership brings all of that all those lessons together. And
Yeah.
when Aggie said something about, people think it's funny to say I've taken lessons. I mean, I don't. I always tell everybody. In
Yeah.
fact, a couple of my friends have joined because they are
Right.
asking me, how are you doing this? How do you learn how to paint? And my
Well,
first answer is practice.
of course,
Right?
that's the big thing. And we need to remember that it doesn't matter what your job is. We all have to keep learning. We all
Right.
have to keep growing. And being in a membership where you're seeing posts from your friends each day and you're watching how they're growing, you're being inspired by what the other members of the community are doing, all of those things really kind of bring it all to focus and to center for you. And like you said, really deep diving into what's the composition and what's
Right.
the value and how do colors work together or not work together. There's something here really for everyone, whether you're an accomplished painter or you just want to do glass and resin. I think that there's something for all of us.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's the beauty of this membership. Not only do you have both of you as instructors and teaching us how to do all that, but on top of that, the added bonus that you don't see in any other membership, and I'm a member of a couple of other groups.
Sure.
So because I want to learn, I want to learn
Exactly.
as much as I can. But what we get here is you get lessons on how to sell. I never thought I'd sell my art. Never did I ever think that until, I started producing a few pieces and people said, hey, I want to buy that. How much would you sell it for? Well, I have no idea, right? So you help us in teaching us how to price it so that there's kind of a standard to that. And then you also help us to how do you set up a booth and how do you prepare to market yourself? I mean, all of that information is provided in this membership that nobody else does. I think others may view it as competition. I don't know, but I think you just encourage it and help us to.
We want all of our members to succeed. That's the best sign of a successful membership or successful members.
Right.
So we celebrate when our members can go out and sell and be successful in, and we've had quite a few members who have said, even just recently, it's kind of the season of the shows. Members are getting out there showing their stuff. But you talked about an important point with how we price our art.
Right.
And that's a difficult thing as an artist to kind of feel like, hey,
there's value to it.
I'm going to be confident in asking for this price that I'm asking for. And it helps to have the community behind you saying, yes, that's the right price. You feel a little bit more bolstered when you go in front of a customer and say, nope, that's what the price is, because it's worth that.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly. And I think on top of that, Shelly, is the membership provides a friendship. I mean, it's truly a group of, I think it's all women, right? I don't think we have any men, but it's a group of all women who are doing the same thing, who ask for help, get advice. We're not shy about putting a piece especially on the chat line and saying, hey, I'm just finishing up. I'm going to put resin on this.
Right.
Any ideas, any thoughts before I do that? Because put the resin on, you're done.
Yes. It's valuable. It's valuable. Those friendships and we're just getting ready in November to do our first retreat. We hope to do more. But we really do have a number of really good friends. I can't wait to meet some of them in person. I hope I get to meet you in person someday.
Yes.
But it's, we really do connect in that group. People, and especially in any of the groups, but especially in the Messenger, where you really kind of in real time get to chat back and forth, really get some feedback on, maybe try this, or maybe take this out, or put this in, and people, really feel confident in, comfortable really in asking, because you really put yourself out there, when you say, what should I do with this? And you hope that, nobody's going to come in and, break your heart, but everybody's so wonderful and so helpful.
Very, very. And you need that as a new artist. You need people to give you opinions with both kindness, but also in guiding you to do the right thing. One of my very first paintings I did, I was trying a palette knife, and I did a bouquet of flowers with a palette knife, and it was okay, but it kind of looked like it was just going to fall off the table that it was sitting on. So I sent it to Aggie, and she went on to Procreate, and she did a little video showing how she just changed a few things to give it more dimension. And it was actually now sitting on top of a table instead of on the edge. And it just, those little things that made such a difference. And I really appreciated that she took the time to do that. But also, you get that individual time if you need it, which is very unique.
Definitely. It's so valuable. And it doesn't matter if you've been an artist for 50 years or if you've been an artist for 2 days. We all need to show our art to somebody and say, what do you think? Because we get so close to it, and we can really nitpick it to death. And, when you show it to other people, and other artists are like, wow, I love this and this and this. Your art is bolstered a little, and you think, okay,
we need it, right? Yes. We're just in here picking on our own stuff.
Yes, I love it.
Or we have a husband like Aggie. I know you do too. I have a husband who's an artist, and he'll come in and just kind of go slam, 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 and it's like, well,
oh no, your husband is an artist too?
No, I know. I got really upset with him the other day.
I got real upset the other day too. It was like, I didn't even ask you for your feedback. I love you, but
stay out of this room.
There's something about protecting your art when you're working on it. It you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not ready for you to see it. It's different in the membership. I have to expose everything because I'm teaching.
Sure.
And I don't mind that at all.
Yeah.
But
it's I think because there are
family members can be the hardest. I don't know what it is. And I think that's why I feel like we need other artists that understand. Like when I was teaching in person, I would get people once in a while that would say some off the cuff remark, oh, my kids are going to say this about it, and something really derogatory. I'm like, why would your kids say that? Well, that's how they are. That's how my kids are. I'm like, I'm sorry, really?
Wow.
But you know what? It happens a lot, more than people care to admit.
Well, the thing is, I've really learned to take what he says, try not to get defensive, although last time I did because it came down to a little too hard. But what he says is right. When I back off and I kind of, let him leave, and then I look at what he said, he's probably right. I need to add a little more shadowing here, a little more deeper colors over there, but it's the way, right? So I think in our membership, when we give feedback, we lead with, oh my God, overall, this is beautiful.
Right.
You might add a little shadowing here, or you can bring a little emphasis on this part. Right. It's a nicer way. Just coming in
it's the design, using the design tools, understanding those principles of art. We're not just throwing out a comment for the sake of a comment. There's a reason why this part needs shadow to make it more believable because of the light source, or or what have you, and it's those major, and I try to hit on those all the time. And you understand it. I can tell by looking at your work that it consistently has a lot of those
Yes.
elements of art being utilized properly, but when we're new to painting, we need someone to teach us those
Right.
tools.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have anybody whispering that in your ear, you're just going to continue doing the same level of work forever, and you're really not going to advance. You need to be able to make decisions based on sound, principles.
Right.
Right?
So true. So true. You got to push yourself.
Yeah.
We've been talking about that a lot lately in the membership, just starting to try to teach yourself that if you're a little uncomfortable, it means something great is about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like we get so protective and in our shell, and we don't want to be uncomfortable. But anytime that we push, anytime that we're just a little, oh, I'm not sure, something great is about to happen. And so there is a lot of that in the membership too, really kind of helping artists with the mindset and the confidence that we need. We talked about the pricing, that is confidence as well. So it's just this big umbrella of everything you need if you want to be an artist. And what I think that what you've done in just the 3 years that you've been a member, it just shows that very, very quickly with good lessons, you can do amazing things.
It is amazing.
It just takes a little bit of practice, a little bit of,
a lot of practice.
It
really does. It takes a lot of practice.
So it's a daily thing. But I think that, again, that's where the membership kind of comes in, because you're seeing the messages in the group. You're seeing the new class that's coming up, or, what we're saying about what we're getting ready to do. And so it brings art kind of front of mind to the members every day. And I think that that's valuable as well, this focus on what you want to do.
Well, and the other thing I appreciate for both of you is, some of the projects are basic projects for those beginners that are learning, but you also, like Santa, you bring in a complex project and you teach how to paint a face, right? I mean, that's more advanced. So everybody, that even people that have been doing this for a couple of years, we all learn from those. So it's not one or the other. Some of the other groups, it's very basic. Everything's basic.
Uh-huh.
And when you grow beyond that, you have to move on. And I don't feel that with your membership. I think that
we want to do the more advanced pieces, but not everybody is ready for them. Not everybody is even interested in those. I think I think we do attract a lot of people from the craft world that want to sell glass and resin art.
Right.
And we can take your art to the next level and help you paint better, help you, give you better designs that are going to, you'll be able to ask for a higher price, we think, on the that we design. And then we've got people that are also doing the bigger shows, and they need showstopper pieces. They need really stuff gallery ready pieces that can really go into a gallery.
Right.
And I don't think anybody else out there is offering that.
No, I know.
I think that what's great about the membership too, Laurie, you kind of hit on this a little bit. Even if you see a lesson that you might think that's not particularly a piece that I would want to do, if you watch the lesson and you see the color mixes and you see the composition, you will learn something from it, even if you're not doing that particular piece of art. So
I love to watch Aggie paint eyes. I mean, I just sit there and I'm just hypnotized because you bring these eyes to such a 3D dimensional look just by the shadowing. It's just fascinating to watch. So
I love that too.
Yeah. Just learn so much all the time.
So tell us what are the main things that you feel like the membership has helped you with? What's the main thing that you feel like you've gotten out of the membership that maybe other people, if there are other people out there thinking of joining, What do you think they might be missing out on that you don't even know what you're missing out on until you get in here, right?
Exactly. Well, I've already mentioned, the actual ABCs of painting. You can take lessons for painting elsewhere and they'll give you kind of a theory behind it, but you actually apply the theory and you get to practice. And so because you have them all on tape, you can kind of stop and go at your own pace, which is wonderful because sometimes I get interrupted. And so just being able to learn at your own pace, but you get all the fundamentals. That's very important for me.
Yeah.
That was the main reason why I joined, is because I wanted to really learn how to paint. I've always wanted to paint, and so you really brought that. But then adding to that now the glass and resin. I mean, the glass and resin gives a whole nother dimension to your artwork.
Yeah.
And I found, I mean, people have not seen this. This is still, I mean, we are at the kind of beginning of the wave, right?
It's still a very new medium.
It's a very new medium. And so when you bring it out and you show people, they just go, oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like that. And it makes you feel good that they're recognizing that. So that's what I've been doing, is just taking maybe pictures and painting and figuring out different ways to apply the glass and learning from of course all the classes that you offer. And then the added value, I think, is our group. We have a very unique group in which I found people to be extremely open, very, we're no bashing. There's never that negativity that you can sometimes see on a chain of conversations. And it seems like everybody is there for the same reason, and we want to help each other. It's not a competition at all. We just help each other to grow. I mean, we're spread across the whole country, right? Which is nice, actually.
I really do feel like it is an incredible group. Like, wow.
Yeah. You don't see that.
This.
I mean, really, it's because of you. I mean, honestly, you and Shelly, because you're open to this, you're authentic. You bring yourself in front of the camera and you tell us how to do things. You make mistakes and you laugh about it and you show us, okay, so when this happens, this is how you fix it.
I think that's a great point. And it is one of the things that I fell in love with when I first started watching Aggie's classes. I love being along.
I make mistakes. Thanks.
Yeah.
But the mistakes is one thing, but it's more just kind of being, it's like being in the studio with you as you work through the process of designing this piece. And it's so valuable to see, like, oh, I'm going to try this and I don't like that. So let's do this. And then when you try the other thing and it just pops and it just works, it's magical to watch.
Yeah, I don't know that you see that a lot either, actually, now that I think about it. A lot of when I'm watching people teaching, they usually have it all figured out.
All scripted out.
It's all, you're right. That's a good point.
Yeah, it makes it really very authentic. I love it.
I do like seeing the thought process when I'm watching people too. I really do.
Yeah.
That's what art is. And we talk about that again a lot in the membership. It's all about solving problems.
It is. It's problem solving.
I've got, this isn't working. What am I going to do to fix that?
Exactly.
And, it's never going to, whether you're an artist for 2 days or 50 years, it's never going to be perfect the first time. You practice, we try things, we throw the spaghetti at the wall.
Essentially become comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah. Because something great's going to happen.
Well, Laurie, thank you so much. We've got another member here, Betty, who's going to be coming on in just a minute. We are just so excited to have her as well. And I just can't thank you enough, Laurie. It's always a special treat getting to talk with you. It's the next best thing to being out there in California.
Yeah, let's plan a retreat in California.
Oh man, I would love that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Sorry, I can't be there in November. My husband already booked a hunt. It's like I have to go.
That's okay.
Next time.
Right. Yeah.
I'm hoping we'll do more retreats. I really think we will, but we're getting this first one under our belt.
Yeah, it's great.
Kind of learning along the way.
But Laurie, it's just been so nice chatting with you. Thank you so much.
you.
And I can't wait to see what you make next.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye, Laurie.
Bye.
All right, so that was awesome.
I love
That was
Laurie.
so sweet. Oh my goodness. So we've got another member here to chat with us.
Can't wait to talk
And
to Betty.
this lady is Betty is so kind and sweet and just generous and thoughtful. And
Always there for us. She's always
Yeah.
supporting us.
very,
Yeah.
very supportive. And we're just so blessed by so many members like Betty. But her name is Betty Brody. So let me bring her on. And here she is. Hi, Betty.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you
Thank
hear
you
me?
so much. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Okay.
Uh-oh,
'Cause
can you hear us?
My web boost McAfee keeps pausing all the time.
Oh
So
no.
I don't know how this is going to go.
The internet
And
can
my
do that
earbuds
to
aren't
us.
charged enough. Okay.
I'm hearing you now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. This is so sweet. I know it's not
No
easy doing an interview, but really, I think of it more as a chat. And Shelly and I just want to get the word out about the membership. And what better way than to bring on members and hear your story on what you like about the membership or what it's done for you. So go ahead and share anything that you would like to, Betty.
Oh boy.
Give us the scoop, Ellie.
I have to say I'm probably different than all your other members. I do a lot of watching. I have to preface, I'm part of a storefront. So I don't have to do shows or what have you because I have all my art, in a storefront in a prime location. And so the owner calls me her partner because even though we're 50-50 on everything, my name's not on a contract, which is good.
You're an partner. I love that. I never heard that before. An partner.
What attracted me? Yeah, she calls me her partner. Yeah. Quote, yeah, this is my partner. What attracted me to Aggie, I really don't remember how I found you, other than I know I have been working in resin for a couple of years, doing home decor things, some art with it, with a different, I don't use art resin all the time. I use a different resin because it has a 2-hour working time and has a very high heat resistance. And depending on what I'm doing, I'll use art resin if it doesn't matter. But I do a lot of like Lazy Susans and art. And by doing the resin, when I stumbled across using glass in it, I said, oh God, this is a whole new world, with resin, other than just, using the specific pastes and inks, tints that are specifically made for resin. The glass just opened up a whole new world for me. Unfortunately, I'm do way too many different art things, styles.
I think all artists.
But what
like that.
attracted me to you, Aggie, was the red barn, which I have yet to do. I've since ordered the new laser cut, and I just fell in love. And then I read about you, and then about the membership and how you can, what you make you can sell. That attracted me because some artists, they don't want you, once you make it, it's like, unless it's a paint party, but I don't do those. They don't want you, selling what you make, which I always go, then why are you teaching it?
Yeah.
Quite frankly. But
yeah.
The glass just opened up a whole new world for me. And I love the wood pieces that add the extra dimension. My problem is finding time to actually do the projects. I have the rooster tracer all taped together and attached to a 16 by 20 or a 14 by 14. I don't know, whatever that big size was, but I've yet to do anything with it.
I was
I mean,
starting
it was
to,
an
I was thinking
accomplishment
that
just
we
to get
should,
the tracer piece together and
Yeah,
attached to a canvas.
I was thinking we should invite
But I
the
know I can always
members
go back
to
and
your,
find the
yeah,
guides,
exactly.
yeah,
and
or,
do that.
when we go live
So
on
I'm not,
Tuesday nights, work on your projects with us.
I sometimes watch. That's probably what I should do.
Yeah.
Just to go
It's
along,
like you
Well,
got to schedule
do it
it
at the
in.
same
Yeah.
time.
I think that that's a great point,
And the
though,
problem with
about
being part of the storefront, we're open Thursday through Sunday, and we split the hours, but it's tiring by the time I get home.
I
It's
bet.
like I don't
Yeah.
really feel
Yeah.
like doing art. So
But
um,
we talk about that a lot in the membership because we do have so many classes available to all of the members, and we really, when anybody comes in, we really try to reiterate to everyone, don't come in and feel like you're behind. Don't come in and feel like you're going to do every piece. Come in, find the thing that inspires you most today, get started on that. But Betty, I think that the point you make is valuable. We all have different pieces at kind of different stages of being done, and that's okay. We're artists, so we have a little bit of the squirrel syndrome. We get, today I wake up and I feel like I really want to work on the red barn, so I'm gonna go do that. So, and that's the great thing about being an artist. We get to kind of
right.
go back and forth on the things that we feel like doing today.
Pick and choose. Yeah, and what I really liked about, I think I joined right away. The annual membership a year and be done with it, was the fact how generous you both are in sharing what your knowledge is. That is very valuable to me. And I know I can always go back and find the guides, and go back and do that piece. Unless heaven forbid you say you're going to retire something, then I might have to go print off
Do something.
We haven't retired anything.
the words
We have
to do it.
point.
But
It's all there.
Yeah, we'd give plenty of notice. We'll figure out a plan if we have to get to that point. But yeah, that's great.
yeah, I know you can only store so much, information.
Yeah.
But I just love how you both just share so much knowledge so willingly and freely. And I absorb a lot of it. So if I ever get down to making it kind of just because I've somehow absorbed it.
Yeah.
And I know if I have a question, I can always go to the community, or I can, message and ask. Like when I get my burn doodle, I'll be messaging you a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing dog training.
So
That's
I don't know.
fun.
It's yeah, probably worth that. I don't know what do you guys want to ask me? I'm not good at. I'm not good at promoting myself or my art. I have friends that do a great job for me, promoting my art. Even when I'm working, people say, "Oh, I really like that art piece," and I hesitate before I say, "Oh yeah, I did that." I just
it is
I'm
hard,
not
isn't
good
it?
at promoting myself. I did sell a piece of art today, a piece that I've had for I don't know how many years, but it was nice. It was very different. It had nothing to do with resin and glass, but
That's okay.
Yeah.
Good for you.
because
Congratulations.
I have all different kinds of media.
So you're a
Passion.
seasoned artist.
Oh, thank you. It always feels good when you see a piece.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. And as far as pricing goes, I kind of know what the market is and what one good artist friend of mine told me, about pricing. How much are you really willing to let that piece go for? How much do you really like it? And I have a piece I have a really high price on. It's
Me
a
too.
36 by 36 that's an acrylic, because I'm not sure I want to let it go.
Right.
Glass, some coastal pieces that sell in Maryland because of the crabs and
Oh, yeah.
things like that, which I was
What
they do
area
sell.
are you in?
And I found a price point for them. I did some trees. Pardon? I didn't hear what you asked.
What area? I'm experiencing a little bit of skipping, so it's sometimes a little hard to follow. What state do you live in? I forget where you are.
Yeah, my McAfee keeps screwing around with everything here. I'll tell you what my true passion is. I make handcrafted journals. So
Oh, wow.
that's my true passion.
I love that.
Is make, sewing them. Focus on one thing. I'd probably focus on the journal making, book making.
That's so therapeutic, isn't it? I've done a little bit of that myself.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Betty. We love having you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with I don't know if I should move to the basement closer to the rotor. Yeah.
That's okay.
You're
That's
welcome.
It's all right. I think I think we're streaming okay. Just every once in a while it jumps.
Yeah.
Are you experiencing that too, Shelly?
Yeah, just a little bit of it, just a little bit of a delay sometimes. But I think that I thank you so much for coming in and telling us about what the membership has done for you and taking the time out of your Sunday evening to come chat with us. So you're awesome. We love you.
And after a long day, she was at the shop all day working.
I know.
So this is especially
Busy
sweet.
lady.
I told you she's a sweet lady.
I love her.
I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna try
We're
and
gonna
move top to the basement. Maybe.
Yeah, what I had to do mine directly into the Ethernet, directly into it. What is that called again? Ethernet?
plugged in directly.
I had to plug in directly because I was having so many
Heaven
problems.
forbid. I don't touch the router. I mean, God, if any happened thing in a router, nothing would work in my house.
Getting a whole tour of the house.
Unfortunately.
We're getting a trip
Oh,
in Betty's house.
oh, yeah. You don't want to see. Yeah, you want to see my space, which is a mess.
Oh, yeah.
Turn on another light.
The creative spaces are always a mess.
Somehow, I always said I would never go to the. I have a beautiful finished basement, but it's now just full of art garbage everywhere.
Okay.
I just
Ooh.
everywhere.
Love it.
I'm surprised. My husband has this L-shaped desk, and that's about all the space he has.
I mean, you haven't
I have
completely
too
taken
much
over?
stuff.
Come on.
That I need to get rid of.
I hear that all the time from my husband too.
I always said, "Where's living area?" I won't do that. But unfortunately, I'm trying to get rid of stuff. I mean, I have so much paint and
Simplify. Yeah,
I have a lot of resin. Well, I don't say I have a lot of resin because I use the resin. I have a lot of paint that I need to do something with. I mean, all different brands. I'm ready to give some of it away.
Yeah.
Because there's just no way I can use colors. You can use them as watercolors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're right.
Perfect.
Well, all right, Betty. I think we're going to let you go. And we're going to call it a night. We're going to talk about our journey box, the one that you want to do.
I can't wait to see it.
We're going to be talking about the Red Barn. And you know what? Maybe you'll have your opportunity to actually complete this piece because we're going to be doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The Red Barn.
Yeah. So thanks again, Betty. We appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
No
We'll
problem.
get you here.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
She did it.
perfect.
She did great.
Did it.
It's so hard. The tech side can be really challenging, and she did awesome.
She did great. I love Betty. It was fun to get a little view of her space.
I just love getting to see see the members, hear their voices, because we're just talking into a camera all the time.
I was talking
It's a
about
little
that
weird.
this last week when I was working on the gift live. It would just, usually in my studio, I have lots of noise and all kinds of things. But when you go live, you turn everything off, and it can get kind of lonely and quiet. So
Yeah, it is weird. It is
fun
weird
when
not having the music on and stuff, right? I really miss the music.
I
And
know.
I started going live having my little ear pods with music on. And I'm actually able to do it. I can teach while I have my AirPods on.
I don't know how you do that, because I feel like I can hear other noises around me, and I'm always kind of listening for what Higgins is getting into.
Oh,
So
well, it has do you have the new ones?
yeah,
It has the thing where you can make it so that you don't hear anything else.
I know, but what if somebody sneaks up behind me in my studio and like
Oh, no one's, I can see everybody coming in here.
scares the bejeebies out of
Oh,
me?
you need to change your setup then. Nobody's sneaking up on me.
It's happened to me before. Jeff will come in, I turn around, and there's this big guy standing there, and I jump out of my skin, or
Her husband is
the
the big
dog
guy.
sneak up behind me, and I turn around, and there's something watching me. It's just like,
Oh, you're funny. All right. So if you have not heard about the Red Barn, folks, you're going to hear about it again.
you have
If
to.
you've not heard about it, this will be the first time you're hearing about it.
It's a great class.
But I don't have the sample because it sold right away. We did this one for the membership, and it was so popular, we decided to make it into our first. Was this our first journey box? No,
Second.
it was our second journey box.
Mhm.
Pardon me. And Shelly has started cutting and sending out some of them. So Shelly will tell you about her whole system, how she does all that, how she cuts them, and her machine and all that stuff. But what I want to tell you is you can still sign up for this. It's at thepaintersjourney.com. We could probably even share the link. And we're going to be doing it as a 5-day workshop. We're going to go live every weekday at 1:00 to go through any questions that you might have, and some supplemental bonus lessons during those live sessions. We're going to be chatting with the members, chatting with you, and giving prizes and all kinds of fun stuff. And we're going to take you through the whole thing step by step. And Shelly's going to talk to you about what she does. How do you even do it, Shelly?
How do you even do this? So we've been doing a lot with wood cutouts, and we're loving how much it adds to our pieces. So the Red Barn Journey Box is available in 2 sizes. You can either get it for the 8x10 substrate, or you can get it to fit the 16x20 substrate. A lot of the members really wanted the bigger piece. So Aggie and I collaborate, make the art, load it into the laser software, and then I just cut the pieces. So I didn't bring a box in with me this evening, but when you get the box, you get all of the pieces that you need, all of the wood pieces that you need to put the piece together. And then when you get invited to the private Facebook group, we show you exactly how those pieces go together, exactly how you can layer them and lift certain parts up, which really, again, adds so much dimension. And for a lot of our pieces, we're really about that dimension, whether it's glass or wood or both. All of those things really elevate your art to something that is really unique and is a showstopper. Anybody who sees it just has to have it right now. Aggie, you did the Red Barn initially for the class and sold that piece right away. So
yeah, it really turned out great. So that's what we've been doing, and we love it. Oh my goodness. It's so fun, to design these wood cutout pieces. Right now, Shelly and I are doing another class together, and it's a Christmas one. And she is doing a nutcracker. Look at that. And I am doing a ballerina, a nutcracker ballerina. And they're going to get married someday and be a
They're gonna
couple.
marry. They're gonna fall in love.
They're going to meet halfway between Kansas and Kenosha.
Somehow they'll come together. But it's fun, especially in a class like this upcoming class, where you'll get to see a painting that Aggie teaches. You'll get to see the wood cutout piece that I teach. I'm actually going to do the Snow King in a 36-inch tall cutout. So I'm going to show how to put him together. And, in the membership, we try to offer lots of different sizes, because a lot of our members have the same experience that I have, and that the small pieces sell better. But a lot of the members wanted to do some of these pieces for themselves. So, so we try to offer a lot of different sizes, so that there's something for everyone. You'll find.
Yeah, because not everybody wants to do the really, really big pieces.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I mean, so just as another example, it's very easy for us, since we've designed the original, it's very easy for us to offer different sizes of the tracers, the tracer pattern, for you to use on whatever substrate size you would like it at. We try to limit it to no more than maybe 4 or 5, because you could go crazy doing it in every size. But, for instance, the princess, the ballerina. See, I don't know why I call her a princess.
She is kind of a princess. She has a crown.
I don't know. So the ballerina, this one is going to fit on a 6x12, but I'm also going to do, I think I'm going to demo her as a 10x20. And I also have a gigantic version of her to go on a 3-foot tall board that I made myself, which I hopefully will get to that, because I have a Christmas show coming up.
Yeah.
So
we talked about that a little bit earlier too. The people who do sell in person like to have some of these big pieces, because it's those pieces that really bring someone in, give you the opportunity to speak to them. So we need those. And
so if you are an artist that let's say you do watercolors, you do acrylic paintings, like Laurie, like that we talked to earlier, she came in to learn how to paint better, and then she broadened her skills and got excited about the glass and resin, and look what happened. Look what it did for her. She just skyrocketed. She started showing her stuff on Facebook, and people were messaging her saying, I want to buy that.
Definitely.
And she is selling. She had a show. Hello, Elaine.
Hi, Elaine.
She had a show. I didn't know. They do this cool thing out in California. Maybe they do it all over. They don't do it here. Where everybody, it was like an art show, around the block or something. And everybody just brought their art out and sold it.
That's awesome.
And it sounded really, really cool. And she did really, really well. And she gained the confidence, because what happens is it gets attention. Your art is going to get attention. You can bring your audience in to see what you're doing now, and they're going to want to see more. It's going to make them interested in your other original work that you were doing before the glass and resin.
Definitely.
I think it's done that for Shelly's business, right, Shelly? I mean, Shelly has a thriving Etsy shop, but when she started expanding and doing the glass and resin, and came into the membership and kind of hooked up with me and started doing all this stuff, I mean, wow, Shelly, you've grown so much. And she's even teaching now. It's just like, I mean, I knew she was a good artist. I think that the membership, I think that the lessons, I think that being around all of us has just brought a richer experience into her life. and she's just all about it now, right? I don't know. I shouldn't be speaking for you like
I
that.
think that all of that is so true. And when we talked about it a little bit with Laurie too, when you're in a membership like this and you are in it every day,
Yeah.
to whatever extent, we have some members who have full-time jobs and come home in the evening and, you know, do whatever they can fit in the evening. And we have some members like Laurie who's retired and was looking for something to really expand her horizons. But when you are exposed to it every day, it makes such a big difference. It's front of mind.
Yeah.
Aggie and I were just talking about this yesterday. She said, I'm gonna go relax for a little while, and then in like 5 minutes I see her posting on Facebook to somebody. I'm like, okay, she's relaxing. But we do that because we're so, you know, we're even when we're relaxing, we're kind of thinking about the art or designing something or what is inspiring us. You know, it's just it's so valuable to be in a community of artists where you can get a little bit of a boost of confidence, hear what everybody else is doing. And I think that we didn't really talk about this a lot this evening as far as the membership goes, but one of the other really valuable parts about the membership is always having inspiration. There's this humongous vault of pieces that you can scroll through the guides, see what speaks to you. You'll never be out of ideas. You'll never wonder what to paint next because there are so many amazing pieces. So it's just, you know, we really work very hard in the membership to give everyone what they need. If they want to start an Etsy, we've got that. If they want to learn digital art, we've got that. If they want to just learn to design in digital art, we do that. If they want to learn to paint, we do that. If they want to learn glass and resin, we do that. So wherever you are in your art journey, we have something for you. And I would bet that wherever you are in your art journey, if you join us, you'll be catapulted so far ahead in just a few months in the exposure that you get.
True. We've seen so many members come in and just thrive, you know, and just take off. It's amazing the difference. I should have some pictures together. I should pull some photos together, but you know, it's you know, it's a can of worms showing, well, this is what this artist's work looked like before, and this is what it looks like now. You know, I mean, nobody wants to do that, you know.
But we all do that. I hope we do that with our own art. I look at something that I designed a year ago versus something I designed, you know, today, and we're all growing, we're all learning, and we're, you know, Betty kind of talked. I guess it was Laurie that talked about making mistakes. We do that with you, you know, in the classes. Well, oops, well that didn't work. We'll fix it, you know, and you really get that kind of behind the scenes. This is what it takes to go into to do art. And honestly, for me, when I first began in the membership and first started watching Aggie paint, the thing that I know I have trouble with is that ugly stage of a painting. I have a very hard time in my mind getting myself to see that it's okay, it will be good if I keep going. And so watching Aggie paint and watching her ugly stages of the paint helped me to see that it's okay. I can keep building on this. So you know, you just have to invest that time and invest in yourself as an artist.
Yeah. And you know, I think it's important to have somebody who knows more than you, who's maybe, you know, had some training or has had the experience of making a lot of bad paintings, making a lot of mistakes, and knowing how to get out of those mistakes, who can share that with you. And that's what we do. We love doing that. I never want to see an artist give up. I never want to see an artist feel like, oh, what's the point? That would just break my heart. So, I mean, that's what I'm dedicated to doing is helping you succeed, even though you just don't even know that you can do it, you know.
Absolutely. And that's in the membership, especially with the messenger group, there's always somebody. If you're having trouble and you post a picture of your piece, you'll maybe have 3 or 4 people come in and say, "Ooh, I see this, maybe try this." You're never alone. And Aggie and I talk a lot about how it can be lonely in your studio, you're painting, you feel like,
For
I'm
sure.
stuck, I can't do this, why am I stuck? I'll show Aggie a picture and she'll say, well, it just needs this. And I'm like, why didn't I think that?
Yeah.
It's because we're so close to it. We need that help.
Yeah. So I hope that you got something out of this. Please share in the comments if you have a better understanding of what you think the painter's journey is. If you are an artist looking to, learn those design tools, how do I make better decisions in my paintings? How do I get more attention on my artwork? How do I build an audience and start selling? And all of those things. If those are things that have been in the back of your mind, we've got the holidays coming up. Maybe it's a Christmas present that you ask for from your family. Get the annual membership. It's a fabulous deal. It's, now this membership price is $37 a month. It's going away October 22nd. So annually, that's $370 a year. That's about $1 a day. I mean, my goodness.
So worth it.
Where can you get art school like this for $1 a day? Forget it. You can't touch it, So take advantage of it. Join us. I mean, I would hate to see you miss out. It's been 5 years that we've been at this rate, so it is time. We've got a huge vault of lessons. The membership is worth more than that now. And, we've added on Shelly as an instructor who is bringing Procreate training as well as Etsy training. So it is just a huge, huge benefit to you to have all of that at your fingertips and the support of both of us, so we hope that you will join us. I don't see a reason why not to. I really don't.
Join us. The great thing about joining now is once the price goes up, if you join now, your price is locked in. Yeah. So even when the price goes up on October 22nd, you'll be locked in at the $37 a month or $370 a year for as long as you stay a member. So
that's right. It never changes for you.
Yeah, it's a great thing to lock in.
Great deal. So, and if you know someone else, you might have some friends, or family members that maybe you've got a relative, somebody that just retired and has been always talking about wanting to paint like Laurie. When I retire, I want to paint. Let them know. Please pass it along. We would deeply appreciate that. I can't really think of anything else, Shelly.
The only thing I can think of is if you are ever watching this replay and you'd like to get more information from us, you can go to thepaintersjourney.com. All of our contact email information is there. So shoot us an email and we'll be happy to help you.
We'd love to hear from you. And we're on Facebook. We're on Facebook all the time. We're always in that Messenger chat group. And I think that's another exclusive thing too. I think we're really the only membership that offers an exclusive private chat group for the members, if you need a quick answer, you just pop it in the chat and we are there, or another member is there. Somebody answers,
I think that's a great point. A lot of classes that you might take that you order online, you're kind of dropped into this, you get these videos and you never really have anybody to reach out to. We're there.
Yeah.
In these groups, if you're getting the Red Barn Journey box, you're in that private Facebook group, you can type us a message. We're there. We're going to be there to help you. So you truly get us helping you all along the way, whether you purchase an individual class at our website or the membership. We're there for you. So.
Well, thank you so much, Shelly, for doing this with me.
Well, it's fun to hang out.
And thank you
with our friends.
For watching. Yeah, I know. I love hanging out with you. Thanks for watching. I think I'm going to head upstairs and chill out with my hubby for reals. I'm not going to be doing anything else, Shelly.
We'll see. We'll see about that. I'm going to go watch football. It's Chiefs
Oh, yeah,
time.
that's right. The Chiefs. The Chiefs, right?
The Chiefs.
Okay, I got it right. Oh, my goodness. I'm not a sports person.
I know. Aggie's
All right,
like,
my
rolled
friends.
her eyes. Football.
Have a wonderful evening, and thanks again for joining us. Bye.
Everyone.